afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast with your host and Pearl Dane, the one, the only, master of propaganda, off here to riveting and spectacular 1v1 on Nexus. In the west, it is VonIvan fighting for the Oberkommando Germany, Deutschland. Rolling out here with the 1st Panzer Division. West and east, it is PFC fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, and the 3rd Guards Tank Corps, with airborne troops, urban defense, and defensive tactics with triple infantry. VonIvan straight into elite armored, rolling out with only the finest vehicles and tanks, if you can find them. As always, a very big thanks and hand to my patron supporters, those wonderful chaps and chapettes who support the Propagandacast on a monthly basis and keep me alive in the business. And of course, to those who donate as well there via PayPal, links in the description. But again, big thanks to those people, 2 thumbs up. And of course, if you can't afford it, you can always just like, share, and comment, subscribe, press the bell button. That obviously helps me out keeping the YouTube algorithms at bay. Anyways, we've got double focus here for VonIvan versus double comes there for PFC. We got the front of it heading northwards there, going to clash into the Sturmpioneer. I think for PFC, unless he's got more troops coming in, which it does look like, he should probably back off, since 1-on-1 the Sturmpioneers will typically be able to beat infantry like this. But with 2 conscripts nearby, that should easily be a win there for PFC, unless, of course, VonIvan gets in more troops there fast. So far, south side, seeing little action, though we can see VonIvan already dispatching Volkskriegs down there, perhaps figuring perhaps the north is already a lost cause here for the German army. But there you go in the south, Volkskriegs drawing the 2 conscript squads. Leaving action opening here. Is this intention from PFC hoping to bait in the Sturmpioneers? Or is this a mistake? Either way, he's all backing off there from the wall as he realizes the Sturmpioneers will soon come crashing in again. This might have been a bait here from hoping to bait in the Sturmpioneers. Then focusing down here at range of the conscripts. Looks like fact there. And VonIvan took the bait and retreated. Nice out there by PFC. Thumbs up. Fortunately, the conscript by the southern point. And this is going to be then, I think, also a win here for PFC quite easily. The conscripts are now easily outgunned here by PFC. It's a good play there. VonIvan, though, it's responding here with a 2-1 lighter punch speed wagon, which will definitely give PFC's forces a bit of a hard time there in response. Sandbags there. Moving north to the more sandbags here. Centre being secured there by the Red Army. South side being grabbed here by VonIvan. 2-1 halfway done there for VonIvan. And the 1st Panzer Division. Truck waiting around there, obviously. Grabbing northern fuel. Sandbags in there. Very good. Not much else going on here, though. South side. He could lay down some sandbags himself. But looks like VonIvan is not a big believer in sandbags. Centre here, conscript grab point. Interesting enough, no sandbags here from PFC. He does retreat. Sandbags done. Moving ahead steadily. Armoured car there for VonIvan and the German army. The 1st Panzer Division. The original, shall we say, elite Panzer Division from the Germans. Which is a fun fact, by the start of the war, actually had 2 battalions worth of mechanized infantry, which was definitely very unusual, since most at that point only had like a company's worth of like mechanized infantry and half-tracks. And the 1st had like 2 battalions worth of it. Anyways, Volkswagen headed back up with the 2-1 here. Going to push it against PFC in the north, abandoning the northern victory point here. I imagine he might be responding all now with anti-tank grenades. No, he's going for more conscripts here. Basically, not too worried about the 2-1. He's willing to give him some leeway here. Either way, backing off for now. PFC decides not to tangle with the armoured car. Meanwhile, VonIvan's going to take advantage of this and grab points. The question is, what will PFC do now? Is it just another bait here? Hoping to draw VonIvan to a weird situation and then beat him up? Who knows? 4th conscript, they're ready. Medics also ready. No anti-tank grenades yet. Is he planning fast tech here? Or is he planning to go for something doctrinally to deal with the armoured car? I mean, he does have a defense and defensive, both opening up for light anti-tank. For some, there go flamethrower team engaging. Just catching the folks there now in a bit of a pin set. Sneaky play there by PFC. They've got the armoured car already rushing in, and still no anti-tank weapons here from PFC to deal with this. South side, we're going to push in here. He's right, in fact, could get wiped out, which would definitely hurt PFC, since obviously that's going to say, yeah, he's already going for more units. He's pretty much realised where those units are going. Help, come in! Don't worry, we got this sorted out. And you sort of like him forgets to shut off the radio, and you're like, alright, get up more engineers, the other guys are dead. There you go, engineers wiped. Ground northern point here, southern one being seized here. Good work there by PFC in this otherwise slightly awkward situation. In fact, he almost got the armoured car there with the base discus. Truck setting up. There's going to be a mechanized right here for VonIvan. Probably a Luxon Puma, at least a Puma. Got the spawn company up here for PFC. Very good. Southern points being seized. No sign of doctrine here for PFC and the Red Army. Volkswagen point C. Got the northern fuel point back for the glory of Comrade Stalin. Mechanized ready here for VonIvan. Men hard at work. Invisibly, of course, and setting it all up. North, you've got conscripts of the Volkskriegs here. bits surrounded there. For now, we need to be a bit careful. Got more full grenadier on the way here to further supplement the frontline troops with more infantry with which to beat down the Soviets. Support company, of course, down there for PFC. Of course, have to do with it. We got Flamethrower team again here for PFC. He's clearly not too worried about Phenomenon laying down mines. Mechanized Reckoning done. We'll of course see again what it does become. Two Lux or a Puma. Can't take a view at some of the Fulton Grenadiers. Sorry about that. They push a bit of the Fultons, get the conscript. 2 squads versus 2 squads. And then Mollis will see. I think the Fultons will have a good chance with them. Incendiary grenade, except for Namen doesn't have. Oh, there you go. Does have munitions now. And there you go. Brandhand grenade in the instant flung here at PFC's infantry, catching them in a tiny inferno, forcing retreat. 2-to-1 upgrade to the 2-to-3, increasing durability, but also giving the ability to lock down points and secure more resources for the glory of Germany and the 1st Panzer Division. We got mines on here from PFC, very good. We got the CIS-3 divisional field gun here for PFC to help deal with the armoured car, but also likely any vehicles that might have here for VonIvan. Could be a flag craft tech, could be a Puma, could be a Lux. Either way, having a field gun here for PFC, of course, is going to be a great idea. So these are northern points here and the southern points here. PFC has been retreating in the face of VonIvan and the 1st Panzer Division's furious assault. Also got assaults there finally happening here for his troops as well. Back in PFC's base, healing reinforcements. CIS-3 divisional field gun hold forwards. Bit of skirmishing here. And there you go, Fultz getting a face full of flamethrower. Barnham gun on the return. And then Fultz push ahead, only get met with more fire, literal and rifle fire there. In fact, taking a lot of damage. Force retreating for VonIvan. And we got the 2-to-3 exiting up here on the road point. He could exit up the fuel point, I think, right here would actually be safe since I've given 2 fuel points worth of fuel then out of that 1 fuel point, which would be great here for VonIvan. But it's going for a more safe road point there, a bit further away from the front line. Also gives him more munitions, but not nearly as much fuel as it could get. But, you know, details. Of course, it may also be, of course, that VonIvan wants more munitions as well, and not just a ton of fuel. So, you know, there's always something worth keeping in mind there. But anyways, contemplate back the Fulton is here. We're moving in northwards. Looks like for VonIvan, so he does commit to the Panzer II. Originally a training tank in a sense, like that is, you know, for the Germans, like get, you know, acquainted with the whole concept of, you know, designing, making and operating tanks. It was really not meant as a tank to seriously encounter the enemy in like a full-on war, but they had to use it because by the time they began the war, the German industry simply didn't have enough production capability, like make, you know, Panzer IIIs and Panzer IVs, and didn't have enough either. Even with the Czechoslovakian arms industry, which became either given access to the Panzer 38T, even the 5, I think, was used to this degree. That just wasn't enough, so they had to make use of the Panzer II and even the Panzer I. It's a little fun fact. Then is north side here being pushed back by PFC. South side bit of skirmishing here. Mines going off. But apparently doing no damage to the PFC's men. Maybe burning someone's nose hairs, I don't know. Sturmpony shouting contact with the northern field point, looking to keep that safe from the Marxists. Looks out there for VonIvan. Got the Leichte Panzer Gefechtsbereit. Back here, tank train kind of going up there for PFC. Might go for T-70. Go for an Nexus 60. So it's also something to consider. Or may, of course, just try and push straight ahead for the Mechanized Armour Company. Bit more extreme, but obviously there's a possibility. But likely he's going to go for the T-70 light tanks from the Lux. And then probably bring in some more stuff to do with the Puma, which is likely to fall in the wake of the Lux here. Folks, again, you know, assault rifles. We got counter flank up behind here, catching VonIvan's northern force in a bit of a sticky spot. Hitting the car point there, but taking losses. Grabbing the point here as well, cutting off a lot of the PFC's resources. Thumbs up to VonIvan. Heavy fighting here in the north, though, and that's just only where things are the most intense at the moment. Though obviously, the south is also seeing some action. There you go, Tank Weaver tank coming up there for PFC, and again, likely expecting a T-70. Of course, he could open up for some surprises. And still no doctrine for PFC and the Red Army. Still nothing. Up north here looks pushing back the conscripts. In the south bit of skirmishing here. And there you go. PFC doesn't need to commit to the T-70. An incredibly efficient choice. Just really good versus infantry and some degree light vehicles. Though it does have significant struggles versus Pumas. And I imagine again PFC is thoroughly aware of this with the looks. But even then he is committing to it. And he will likely look at some solutions in that way. Even deal with the Puma. At least minimize the impact it may have on him. Anyways, 2-3 continues to provide VonIvan here with fuel and munitions. Very good. Use versus the Fultz Grenadiers. A bit of skirmishing there. Field gun hanging back. T-70 almost done. Looks going out there. Minesweepers and the VonIvan Sturmpioneer. Thumbs up to that. Very good. Thumbs up. And there you go. T-Sim light tank up for PFC and the Red Army. Flare mines going off there on VonIvan's troops. Getting a single kill there. Lux takes it from the field gun. T-Sim moving up as well. The sandbags are providing cover here for VonIvan's troops. They're not for much longer as the T-Sim will crush the sandbags with its gun. And there you go. Leave VonIvan's infantry exposed there. There we go. Jurgen drops dead. Taken out by a 45mm high explosive shell. Right through the pelvis. In the side, Sturmpioneer needs to grab the southern fuel pump. We got a big counter-attack there from PFC with plenty of infantry being marched in the centre. Folks, they're easy targets out in the open here. We'll have to retreat soon, but VonIvan clearly in to at least render the point neutral. In part because PFC has like 500 victory points. VonIvan's got 382. So already here, PFC has displayed excellent victory point control versus VonIvan. Looks sending out there. Anti-tank grenades ready here for PFC now. Certainly if it looks the Puma and any other armoured vehicles VonIvan might get, and we do get the Puma down the way from VonIvan. They do get the 234-2. T-Sim versus the Volksgrenadiers. Skirmishing continues in the south. Back hit reinforcing healing. T-Sim getting the Volksgrenadiers. Great shot. Looks like they've caught scripts there. They're holding on. They're holding on for the glory of the motherland, but they're paying a very high price for it. They're paying a very high price for it. Puma right about down there. He's going to perhaps get a bit close. There we go. Pushing back the conscripts. Preventing them from getting the fuel point there. Slowing down PFC's fuel income. Of course, only strengthening VonIvan's further. Puma then moving ahead. Further up north, we got a line up here with some engineers and cops pushing northwards. No upgrades yet on those engineers. No flamethrowers or minesweepers. Puma moving ahead there. Need to be careful, doesn't get like caught up in something nasty. And there we go. Good in the T-Sim. It's now getting a shot there with his 50mm gun on the T-Sim's rear armor. North front being seized. VonIvan on the back foot here versus PFC, though crucially he is getting a lot more fuel despite, as I say, we're seeing some ways less map control and victory point control. Still going to be on for the bombardment right into the midst here of the advancing infantry, getting plenty of damage in there, plus a few kills. Pulse almost wiped out. Sturmpioneer is fighting, but they may not last long. And there you go. Puma's actually charging through this. Bold push here by VonIvan, an aggressive raid. Bypassing PFC center here, going for the T-70. Looks saying at the field gun, they almost got the T-70. There you go, Country charging in there, launching a counterattack to deny VonIvan here perhaps a greater victory than what he already has scored here, and perhaps even denying it entirely. Heavy damage have been inflicted on both sides, but PFC has managed to avoid a full breakthrough here by VonIvan. But he is still behind the fuel there compared to VonIvan. Needs to get the fuel point back, at least tonight. Him grabbing the northern fuel, holding on to the northern fuel for a bit. Back here, just reinforcing healing. PFC is yet to go for doctrine, so increasingly feels like it's got to be like urban defense or defensive tactics. I mean, he could go for airborne troops, I guess, but normally you'd be going for like that sooner for the upgrades to your conscript, for example, or maybe a dish code too. Another field gun here for PFC. Another truck for VonIvan. That likely will be the Schwer punted quarters. Then push for medium armor here versus PFC. Bit of skirmishing there. Nothing fair going in the base of him besides that field gun. No tech yet here. In the south, the Volksgrenadiers are beating the country. Their assault rifle, of course, proving to be superior to the bolt action rifle of PFC's infantry. Up north, we've got conflict with the Volksgrenadiers. Shots landing nicely. Conflict against the Volksgrenadiers. Routed. And almost wiped there. North here looks hanging to the engineers. Puma H support here, ready to sneak in a hit on the T-70, particularly since there's no screen of infantry. They have to prevent the Puma from doing it. So already here, PFC is quick to fall back with the T-70, realizing it's in a pretty dangerous place. Back here, reinforcement here going on for PFC. Nothing further going on the base still. No tech up. Probably again the manpower bleed here from VonIvan. VonIvan meanwhile just keeping up the assault with this Falcon straight to the T-Sim light tank here. 5 kills, veteran T1. VonIvan's got really good map control. We got the Schwer punt quarters up. He can then authorize it. and you know, begin pushing for Panzer IV versus PFC, who still doesn't have any medium armor in sight. Puma gets good in the T-center, Van gun on the field gun. Puma there forced away due to a stiff defense there by PFC. But again, he is big knife. Fuel in fact for now is right now getting a ton of fuel. In fact, he's getting like 4 times as much fuel than PFC right now, even for like just a brief amount of time. And there you go. Now it's just 2 times as much fuel, but still, he's getting a lot of fuel comparatively with his opponent. So definitely something here that PFC I think will want to fix fast. Trap hunt goes up and ready, getting authorized. Still no doctrinal choice here for PFC. Going from Maxim, hitting machine gun. Not a bad pick. Obviously great versus all the infantry that Fanam's controlling. In fact, he's got 5 full escorts there, by the way. Quite a bit there. With 1 basically not having access to the assault rifle upgrade. Use me again. Bit of skirmishing about the rail line. In the south, got another push on the fuel point here. 2 full escorts being pushed against PFC's lines. Comes with them their own. Without Molotovs in particular, I think do not stand much of a chance to retreat if they've been upgraded with either SVT-40s or 7-man squads. They might at least be able to inflict hard losses then for them, but none of that. They just kind of easily routed here. Loopsing hits the boomerang up, so you can hit their veterans who 1 gained. Engineer's about to get wiped out. There could be another engineer wipe here for PFC, and there we go. 2nd year squad cut down by the Germans in cold blood. South fuel there being grabbed here. Once more lying here for now to get a significant fuel advantage over PFC. The spectre of a significant armored rush is starting to loom heavily over PFC here, and he needs to do something about that. Northern fuel being claimed, they've got the 2 for here, and he's actually moved on to the fuel point. 2 thumbs up there to VonIvan for doing that. Really good then. Again, that gives him so much more fuel. That's definitely a problem there for PFC. He can at least run to the point neutral, which is going to be great then again for getting all that fuel. They probably need to hold that 2 to 3 away then for a while. Now set it from the field gun. Let's go over the armored car. Sash that's secured. Got it authorized. And if you can actually go for a Panzer IV right now again, I think a good part of it again was just that 2 to 3 providing him with so much more fuel. Alongside good Naptula versus PFC. Thanks to the light vehicles. Got mines up here. But he's not going for the Panzer IV actually. Is he planning a Storm T against it? Oh, there you go. Panzer IV for VonIvan. I'm starting to wonder a bit there. PFC meanwhile is yet to take up and still hasn't chosen a doctrine here. Still no doctrinal choices made. North we got marked on here by PFC's hard-working engineers. Doing what they do best with more replacements on the way. Easy getting blasted into dust there with the looks. Sarsat double focus again, once more pushing back the conscripts. Still no attack there for PFC. They could do it. March was on the way there. And there you go, teasing enemy 2, pushing back the 2 full squads, though 2 bunched up, making them much easier targets with the T7 in his light gun. Panzer IV though almost done for VonIvan. We still have a significant victory point need for PFC though. No longer does he have 500 victory points. Just 427 versus VonIvan's 331. Still no check out there for PFC. I'm starting to feel like this is going to become a hard-pressed issue. And there you go. Panzer IV out. Armored car here by the west side now. At least until to get the fuel point, I suppose, there secured again. If he does it, we can put it back there. Panzer IV rushing southwards. Adding no upgrades yet because there's no munitions for it, which obviously seals that for now. Got repair pioneers up with the mechanized revenue, good work with VonIvan, adding the Panzer Commander to the Panzer IV. Comes behind the sandbags, watch them as they get absolutely shattered before their very eyes. And then rout it themselves as the Panzer IV threatens more death and destruction. But the northern rail line here, we can see the Germans and the Fulton continue to clash back and forth. But VonIvan is claiming the northern fuel point, the south was being denied as well to PFC, who's finally taking up, by the way. We got the mechanized armor company finally going up his base there. In the south there, we got a bully out run as the Panzer IV moves in there. Adding the Panzer Commander. Almost ready as well there. For now, at this rate, it's going to be able, I think, easily push for another T-50 or Panzer IV soon here versus Mr. PFC. We'll have to see what PFC goes for. Will it be T-34 from 6 or will it be an H-35? Meanwhile, Puma looks here engaging the north. Situation looking hazardous ahead for PFC. He still has the victory point lead for VonIvan, but that's really all that PFC has seriously going for him right now versus VonIvan. And there you go, T-34 from 6 on the way here for PFC and the Red Army. Glorious Soviet steel. 10-4 starting for the south here. Engaging the conscripts, but not really landing anything significant. There we go. Boris blasted to bits. Field gun shoots, hits a clump of bushes and a tree, killing some squirrels, but no Germans. And there you go, we got 7 upgrades here for the conscripts. Still no doctrine for PFC, still no overarching battle plan. Those folks could actually get wiped. There we go. Finally gonna wipe them for VonIvan. Finally, an infantry unit has been snuffed out like a candle in a storm. And there you go, almost losing the looks here as well. Would be a bit of a double whammy here against VonIvan. But it does look like here that VonIvan avoids any further losses for now. T-34 from Victor arrives here. Fielding keeps trying to hit the Puma, but the Puma keeps somehow avoiding the hits. There you go. It couldn't avoid that. It could not avoid that. We got 42 fuel here versus 19 fuel. VonIvan still getting an excellent quantity of fuel versus his opponent. Panther in the center with the 2 kills. T-34 switching northwards, going for the Fox War Days. Opens up and, well, does a bit of damage, but no one killed. And VonIvan commits to the Stukas at first to help deal with infantry and support bombs. Most likely, I imagine the priority target is the field guns, which he probably wants very badly silenced. We'll of course see if VonIvan can actually aim the Stukas at first. Stormpound is up north routed. We got 325 as a 403. VonIvan suddenly closing in the gap here in victory point between him and PFC. Very good. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. Vehicles around the northern point. Panther moving in. Follows this is conscript. T-Flip looks engaging, falls down to 4-man. Tearing through them with machine gun and main gun there. Almost wiping out a full squad there entirely. Sandbox in the centre up north here. Heavy fighting ensues once more as VonIvan and PFC clash for the northern fuel and victory point. South side for now remains staunchly pro VonIvan, but that can quickly change. We got the Stukas moving ahead. The Panther takes it from the T-Flip close ball to gets a great hit. In return, we got the field gun opening up. There we go, bounces at max range. Stukas was moving in at pretty close range to fire. Target, I imagine, is the field gun. And PFC dodges the worst, but only losing 1 guy to the rocket strike. But there you go, Panther 4 hit. There goes spot on the T-7, can take fire from the field gun. Artillery called in though by the Panther 4 on the field gun. Thumbs up to VonIvan. Infantry following up here. Puma Novel's getting knocked out here. Sliver of health left. Could he take it out? No, it does get away there narrowly. Does get away narrowly. Pretty close there for VonIvan. Pretty close. Falls they're being slaughtered out in the open. PFC here at the 23-minute mark commits to airborne troops. That is probably one of the latest choices of airborne troops I've seen in some time. Certainly stands out a bit, but of course typically it's a doctrine you benefit from choosing sooner rather than later. Yet here we are with PFC. I'm guessing at this point he's primarily going for the Sturmovik rocket run. Maybe some Guards airborne troops, but I think this is primarily based around the rocket run. Continuing southwards, issues 5 for PFC to deal with all the fascist armour and vehicles. Certainly VonIvan's managed to establish quite the motorised menagerie there. Skirmishing in the south, continue trying to get the southern fuel point tonight for now. Got points being seized. Looks there, close to VT3, very good. We got 309 versus 401. Panther forcing out there with a nice complement of infantry. Stukas was hanging back here. Puma being repaired. Veteran T2. H5 tank, so it's almost ready there for PFC to take on VonIvan's tank, and I imagine the armoured car as well. Pushing south to see the constant need retreating, realising they stand no chance against the might of the German Panzerwaffe there. Tank destroyer is ready though, has been mobilised here for PFC. Mars going down for PFC as well. Very good, thumbs up. Good map control right now versus VonIvan. Alt, in fact, has a larger force now than VonIvan, but can he use it efficiently? Got Panzer IV Volkswagen in the center, pushing ahead right into the field gun. That's great there, that's great. Gaining medicines once, H5 shoots, misses. Field gun doesn't, but fails to penetrate the Panzer IV's frontal armor, bouncing off the 80mm non-sloped armor. Stukas is fighting in the midst of this, and there you go, direct hit on the field gun crew, killing 4 men, leaving only 2 men to hold the field gun back for repairs. That's gonna feel bad. And we got another Panzer IV for VonIvan, grenades off in the central conscripts. T-Sun is striking in, the ace level 16 kills, T-54-6 hanging back. Quite a bit of armored vehicles been assembled here for VonIvan. It's not like he's short in infantry either. Though arguably the way he's using it, you might suspect he's actually short in infantry, but he actually isn't. Picks up the Panzer IV there, 5 kills. Back here, troops reinforcing healing there for PFC. Preparing for the next big push. H5 there using spotting scopes, what it's called there, focus sight. Get a hit on the Panzer IV, good work. Thumbs up there to PFC. Panzer IV number 2 almost done there for VonIvan and the German army, the 1st Panzer Division. There we go. That's 2 tanks of the medium kind, 1 light tank, 1 piece of rocket artillery, 1 Puma, and 1 light armored car there. So quite the pool there. The vehicles and armor there for VonIvan, quite the pool, and even has like a nice amount of to support it. Of course, trick is we can actually coordinate into like a greater unity, a greater unit to like use properly here versus PFC. As for PFC, more might be greater. There you go. In fact, he's pretty much trying to sort of predict where VonIvan might likely take attacks and then you set up mines in preparation for that. So we've got a bit here, we got a bit in the north here. I mean, if VonIvan just charging hits mines, it could easily scatter his assault and make it easy to deal with there for PFC. Certainly a bit of a challenge. North, got fortunately in here, we've got sandbags being dug in, more mines as well for PFC. He's really just expecting VonIvan to make the push. See something in the shoots, misses though, misses. Panzer on the move, shoots. Oh, another miss there. Bit of back and forth. But nothing says. Again, both players waiting it out. At least PFC is, and VonIvan imagines also trying to maybe hope that PFC makes a mistake and then exploit. There we go, full stream of champions to the center, but that smoke screen, they're going to be easy targets for the Maxim and the armor. Back of smoke, I think, is not helping VonIvan. And if he's going to, like, you know, not use smoke and other sorts of things, I think he's, like, you know, line up a better attack from an angle that PFC's not expecting. Rock strike goes off here, gets some Maxim crew members killed, and there you go, building collapses, shattering a conscript squad there. Nice kill there for VonIvan. Bit rubbish, the PFC's going for the Katyusha rocket launcher now. Standoff continues as both players continue to evaluate the situation and, you know, try and, you know, somehow nudge the other players, like making the attack first and then, you know, punishing them for it in some way. Back here, reinforcement hitting for PFC. Katyusha rocket launcher halfway done. H5 T-50 moving out there, shooting and missing the Puma. Just going to get found here by the Panzer IV. We got 12 kills, halfway to it, 22. H5 shoots, gets great in the Panzer IV. Great hit. One shot fight, another hit down the Panzer IV.
Rocket launcher on the field.
There we go. PFC now has his own rocket still here with the Katyusha. If it lands another great hit than the other Panzer IV, we got Veterans 1 and now on it. And provide covering fire there, preventing VonIvan getting too close. VonIvan is actually being slowly pushed back here by PFC now. A cautious and I think effective advance here by PFC. Slow and steady. Portugal launch swapped up with the T-34-6. Got ace level on the Volkswagen these T-50 from hit directly into the Panzer IV there, firing a heat shell at the T-34-6, doing some nasty damage. Nice shot there. Katyusha there. Not doing much here so far for PFC. Looks like he's keeping it in reserve. We've forgotten about it. There's too much going on. There you go. Katyusha's on the move. Katyusha is on the move. Bit of a skirmish there. So we got the point being hit. But there you go. Puma exposed himself to the Issue-5. Takes a hit. And another Stukas versus VonIvan. That is going to be then 2 Stukas versus 2 Panzer IVs, a Lux and a Puma alongside the 2-3, which is still alive and of course still securing fuel and munitions. thumbs out there to VonIvan. But again, quite the mechanized force. They're quite the mechanized force. Don't think I've seen something like that in quite some time, if ever. Looks moving ahead here. Straight into the field in the T-70, taking some nasty damage. There we go, Nexus barrage. Not really doing a lot there this time around here versus PFC. Might have gotten a few kills, but honestly hard to tell. Second one though, it's almost ready for VonIvan. Almost. There we go. Stickers first number 2 ready. There's going to be 2 pieces of rocket artillery then here for VonIvan versus PFC. Only has 1 piece of rocket artillery. So we're going to see where this goes. What happens next? Looks being fixed up. Puma good to go. Looks like VonIvan's lining up here. Push versus PFC. Straight to the Maxims. The T-70 and the conscripts. Stubbs fires. Straight onto the support one. The T-54 mine goes off there. Doing a bit of damage to the T-54 as well by the looks of it, but obviously not enough. At least it's something. Quick repairs there. VonIvan not taking advantage of this further. In case he's just throwing the artillery in there. Folks moving up there. Console's pushed back. Very slow pace right now. No, the side really willing to like make the big push against the other. In particular, PFC feels like pretty confident with the big part of the map he has, and basically doesn't feel any rush here versus VonIvan. So it's basically hoping that VonIvan just makes a mistake, which can allow PFC just finish the fight off. Shroud punch put in close shot base with the tank, destroyers, and field gun. But there you go. Push by the Falcon is here straight to the T-10 light tank. Sandbags up. In the south bit of south center being a bit of skirmishing here. Motor around the Schwer punted quarters looking to defend here from PFC and the Red Army. And we got another Stuckers barrage here from VonIvan. Once more the center. There you go. Conscript almost annihilated as several rockets impact right in the midst, causing terrible casualties for PFC's troops. But ultimately VonIvan is not able to take advantage of this to really further make any gains. Another shot there at the Schwer punted quarters, almost destroyed. Got the Stuggers firing. No, there's a Katyusha rocket launcher, sorry. Katyusha rocket launcher. Look out, finishes off the Schwer punted preventing VonIvan getting like any other arm rockets. I have to go for the battlegroup headquarters. And there you go. We got a Panther 4 push here. We got the heat rounds being followed from VonIvan. We got T-54 the ramming it. Katyusha knocked out here. Brutal fighting here. T-70 getting caught off guard. Tanks are rushing in with no infantry support here. I think this is a bit of a mistake there for VonIvan. Panther 4 the right in front of the field gun. Got the H-85 though. Mine goes off then. Great work there on PFC. Puma Panther 4 was knocked out. Panther 4 was in trouble. In fact, gets knocked out by the T-70 light tank. Other Panther 4 knocked out as well. There was no infantry support the attack. The infantry certainly is now arriving, but much too late I think here for VonIvan. Good lord. He's down to yes, an armored car. The Stuckers of Fuss and most of them. All the armor is destroyed. Sure, he killed also pretty much almost all PFC's armor and such, but the field guns are still there. More importantly, PFC can always replace his armor losses, whereas VonIvan can't because he lost his Schwer punted quarters. He's going for Pumas now. A rather brutal push here, but VonIvan won. I think that very much backfiring into space. Again, he did do damages, like, in terms of population, they're roughly at the same level, but again, the difference is most of VonIvan's population is currently sunk into, like, these two Stuckers of Fusses. Which certainly won't be doing a lot there for some time, and certainly won't be helpful versus the tanks, so we'll have to see what VonIvan does here next and what PFC does. T-34 from 6, halfway done. Puma setting out. Grab the points here and there. T-7 rushing out. Got a folks going to push with Superior on Pioneers let them. Moving northwards, very good. We got 144 to 401. PFC still has a nice big 2-point lead, and VonIvan's Armour lead has certainly more or less just vanished. Stu's was fine again. Can they land the hits? Can they get the kills? Ooh, that was a complete whiff. The Phenomenon folks got wiped out with the T-70. Puma going in for the flank. We also got other supporting elements nearby, I imagine. No, because a lot of mines from PFC. Definitely capitalizing one of his strong guns right now versus VonIvan. VonIvan, oh, takes the bait. He does get the T-70, but his Puma, I think, is very much thoroughly screwed. And the Puma is out. T-50 gets damage taken up north here. Steel Punch being shot to bits with the T-54 from 6. We got 118 versus 401. Stukas' barrage goes off there, mostly misses everything. And the South Conscript versus Volksgrenadiers. North T-55 pushed back the Volksgrenadiers. Ready what VonIvan is planning, but I think his chances of success are starting to look pretty grim. We got another T-54 from 600 for PFC. Meanwhile, looking to capitalize on the advantage he currently possesses. Of course, just push as many tanks in as he can versus VonIvan, which I think is a great idea, in particular with the Schwer Panther is gone. VonIvan doesn't have any easy great counters to him, particularly to just had the Puma lost here to a sneaky little trap by PFC. Black Hitchcock reinforcing healing. There we go. T-5476 ready for PFC. We got 97 points left for VonIvan. We got 401 for PFC. Another T-54 for PFC. And he just, quick replacing them easily. 401 there for PFC. So many victory points. So many T-5476s. And again, that's one of the strengths of the show. It's you allow them to think you just churn out so many tanks and just roll over you. I think is VonIvan's major issue right now. He's down to 77 here as the 401 of PFC. Got points being grabbed there, trying to push north first, but the T-54 are going to hit the base. And the 223, I think, is also going to get knocked out here as PFC is on the hunt. He's on the prowl. Got 68 versus 401. Northern points there. Defended viciously by the Secret Squad. They're backed up by mines. Sense boards. Really got rocket strike off. We've got the T-54 flanking the Falcons there. Quick get a wipe here from VonIvan. Down to one man. And there we go. Annihilated by the T-54 6s. Got 53 versus 401 up north. The Conscript routed, but the T-54 should be able to just move in and crush the infantry if he wants to. 50 points later for VonIvan. He's going for another Puma. Another Puma. Another Stukas was barrage. T-54 rolling in there. Crushing all opposition away. Rocket strike here. I mean, did some kills in the end, it seems. But yeah, he's basically pushed off the northern points entirely. Pushed back into his base. And there you go. VonIvan surrenders. A loss here for the German army. A victory for the Red Army. A brutal fight here on Nexus. So I hope you enjoyed this match. You'll learn something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell family. But don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope you'll tomorrow again for a nice episode.